Hello everyone, today I'm working on this Intermountain boxcar, and it's a real sweetie. I really enjoy working on these, and it's been opened before. I think all the parts are there, so let's just have a look at what's in there. And I think it even has the instructions. Oh, that would be good. I never had the instructions before. I always buy these second hand, so I never have the instructions. But it looks like everything's there. This is my favorite part of it, is I like putting on these grab irons here. And that is a small detail, but it makes all the difference. Looks complete to me. And we got the roof with the roof walk and the bulk of it. I don't know if you can see, but over time the sides bent a little bit. So I'm gonna have to glue that together so that it's like that. That's gonna make all the difference. And here's the frame, and there's extra brake details for under the frame. So it's nice to have all the parts. So it's nice to know that I was putting it together right before. I'm gonna start with assembling the trucks. You have the option with these of body mounted couplers or truck mounted couplers. The difference being the body mounted couplers, it's more prototypical, but the truck mounted couplers, it's easier to go around curves. So you have the options. Most of my frame cars have the truck mounted couplers, so I'm going to go with that. So as you put your couplers together, make sure you have the correct direction. Should go like this. And then I just have to put the little door on it. So I'll keep working on this off camera. And then once your coupler is in, you can put the wheels. These are maybe not the absolute best couplers, but I like to use them. They come with the kits, and they're okay. I don't mind them at all. Of course, the micro trains are better. These don't have the magnetic action either. I don't use that too much. Always test them after you're done. See, my axle wasn't in there properly. This is a steam era boxcar. There. This is perfect. So because my roof line is a little bit crooked, I'm gonna work on that first, gluing the roof. The doors, they look like they can slide a little bit. Now, if you put them in correctly, they kind of sorta might slide, it looks like. You just have to be in there in a certain way, and then they can sort of slide around. It's not probably not the ultimate best system, but it looks like you can sort of kind of do it, have them slide around. So I don't know, it's up to you. Also, it's gonna require a little bit of weight. If you put zero weight on, they'll still work, but I like to put some weight in them. Not a lot. Some people put too much. Maybe one of these little tire weights here. 7 grams, a quarter of an ounce. That would be plenty. You want to go sparingly with the glue. I got a vise from my woodworking tools, and that's going to hold the sides of the roof together. I'm also going to put weight on the ends here because there's a little bit of roundness. So I'm going to let it dry like that for a day. So the next day, everything is straight. nice and straight. Now I can put my two boxcar ends. The two ends are slightly different. One has holes only for a ladder and a grab iron, and one has holes for all the brake hardware and the brake wheel and a grab iron. So I'm going to start building the undercarriage now. Having the instructions is nice. I don't know if you can see. There's 4 holes here, and these will go towards the end that has all the brake gear. So I'll just glue that in place. It's also nice to have the name of every part, the vocabulary. This is called triple valve and air tank, and it goes first right under here, just like that. So I'm gonna glue this in place. Next will come the brake rod and brake cylinder, and the side with the 2 rods goes towards the brake wheel. So I'll glue that in place. There is no magic tip to this. You just have to move and install every part one at a time. And the Intermountain kits, I like doing that. I like those small parts. It relaxes me. I completely focus and I forget about all my other problems. So my favorite part is actually the small grab irons and handrails. We'll get to that now that the undercarriage is done. So you have to remove your parts very carefully from the sprue. Actually is a lot of work. I'm doing it off camera so that doesn't become too boring for you. And then once you have your parts in, you test fit them and then you can glue them in place. And there's also a ladder that comes to the side. If I have to give them a criticism, I would say their weakness is they don't give you any extra parts. So that would be nice to get, just in case you mess up. So I test fitted my parts. Now I'm gonna glue them. Also, they give you a tack board, and the placement of that is optional. But I find it looks good about this high. So I'm gonna glue that off camera. So here's the final result. You can see the little handrail here, little grab iron, which is a lot of work to put in, but I like the end result. So I'll be doing the other side off camera. So everything is coming along. Now I'm going to worry about the 2 ladders that go on the side. They just go over here like that. And it's really shaping up. I'm going to take back my criticism. Now I'm working on the sides now. I only need 2 for each side. So there's actually 2 extra handrails if you want. And also another tip is you cut them out from the sprue. Cut them out one at a time. It makes it a lot easier to keep track of what you're doing. And you put them on one at a time. Now because I'm only human, sometimes I mess up and I put a little bit too much glue. Don't worry, we'll be going back after with some dull coat and it will make this disappear. So I give enough time for my glue to set, and then I'm getting ready to do my dull coat. So that's gonna improve everything. The dull coat hides a lot of problems. So now all that's left to do is install my trucks. Also, the foam insulation, you just remove the middle and it will protect your freight car in the box. So let me put on my trucks. So I got a couple of parts left over. Still got a couple of grab irons and a couple of boxes. But other than that, it's finished. And now it's time to run some trains. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly had fun making it for you. See you soon.